This car was to us Romanians what the Trabant was for the East Germans, or the Maluch, the Fiat 126P, was for the Poles. Simple, moderately comfortable, easy to fix on the side of the road, but that would take you from point A to point B, well, eventually. It is in fact a Renault 12 built during the Cold War under license in socialist Romania. It has a 1.3-liter petrol engine, 54 brake horsepower, and no power steering or air conditioning or even a radio. My name's Paul and I drive a 1981 Dacia or Dacia 1300. My grandpa bought the car and later on he passed it on to my dad. I was 2 or 3 days old maybe when I took my first ride in the Dacia, when my dad came to pick up me and my mom from the hospital after I was born. To me, the Dacia was the absolute coolest toy, and my greatest dream at the time was to be able to drive it someday. When my dad sold the car, I was still a teenager. I wasn't legally allowed to drive, so there goes my dream of ever driving it. Fast forward 20 years, when I had absolutely no hope of ever seeing that car again, let alone drive it, my dad meets the guy he had sold it to, and he still had the car. My dad decides to buy it back as a surprise for me. It was a total rust bucket, and I knew there would be a lot of work to have it restored. I was lucky enough to have my cousin Mihai, who owns a workshop. He and his team took over the project and did wonders with the car. When it was done and I was able to drive it for the first time, I felt like that 5-year-old kid again. Driving the Dacia is like going back in time. The smell of the interior, the sound of the engine, the bobblehead dog. You cannot put a price on this. The cost of this restoration exceeds by far the value of the car. It was a labor of love. The Dacia is not a supercar, it's not a rare car. Some may say it's not even a beautiful car. But it's part of my childhood, it's part of the family, and I love it. I just love it.